All right, Liz, let's set the record straight. Audience wants to know, social media is leaning forward.
Yes.
Liz.
Yes.
Are you a candidate for the SC job?
I'll never tell.
Good
We'll find out on
That's
Saturday.
not a denial.
That's good strategy.
If you see me with the hat, don't be surprised.
All right, this should be fun. Two of our favorite people, Vern Glenn with Jimmy Garoppolo.
All right, guys, Jimmy Garoppolo alongside, and anybody that just thinks, oh, it's just a preseason game, they weren't paying attention. I saw guys in street clothes. I saw Debo's screaming, barking. I mean, they wanted to win this game.
Oh, yeah. It was a good atmosphere. Great having the fans back out here. I'll tell you what, it's been a long time. I missed having the faithful out here, but it's good to have them back. It was a fun one tonight.
How much could you feed off the energy of this crowd tonight?
So much. I mean, I don't know. It goes such a long way, and I think COVID kind of helps you remember what it's like, and to not have fans and to have them back, it was a great night tonight.
Might sound funny coming out of my mouth, but was it fun getting hit again?
I actually didn't get to get hit, so it was a good first drive. We got the cobwebs off and everything, but yeah, we'll be ready to roll next week. I think it was a lot of good experience for guys tonight. Last
one for me. As he probably sits in his Epsom salt tonight after 5 sacks. Hey, if you were in the room talking to Trey, what do you tell him?
I thought Trey he made some nice plays tonight. He really did. Some big plays. The deep one to Trent, I thought it was awesome. Your first preseason game is a lot to learn, but I thought the guy played great. It was fun watching him.
So from here now, it's just, hey, take a look at the films and then, bam, it's the Chargers next week.
Oh, yeah, quick turnaround. We're still in training camp mode, so we're looking forward to get down to L.A. and have some good practices.
All right, Jimmy, thanks for stopping by.
Definitely. Good
From
seeing
my
you guys.
step stool, back to the guys upstairs.
Yes, Vern rising to the occasion. I was wondering, how does he look him eye to eye?
Good seeing you, dude.
All right, man.
It's kind of like our on camera, Tim, when I was looking you eye.
Well, Vern's standing on his wallet down there, so.
NFL up top, and Urban Meyer. In January, he signed a 5-year deal to coach the Jaguars. Didn't make it past mid-December. Out tonight in Jacksonville. After 13 games, gone. Reports of Meyer kicking a player was enough for owner Shad Khan. And off-the-field stuff doomed him as well. Dysfunction, tension between staff and players, and video of Meyer's conduct at a bar with a woman who was not his wife. Meyer won 3 national titles as a college coach. A 2-11 record with the Jags hangs on his resume. NBA and the Warriors, they got a game at the Celtics on Friday. Tonight, the Dubs carry a league-best record of 23-5. Now, for the record, it was Andrew Wiggins here that got the assist for Steph Curry's record 3-point shot. Curry's longtime teammate Draymond Green would have preferred it was him. After all, the play was designed for Green to throw that pass.
Wiggins never passes out of that play. Like, never.
You know, and a chance to make history, so I gave it up and, he made the shot.
I'm upset. I'm just playing.
Green didn't get the record-breaking assist, but how about a Rolex? Andre Iguodala and Green received them from Curry, each engraved. Klay Thompson also is getting a Rollie, credited with dishing out most of the assists to Curry in his career. But how about Kevin Durant? He tweeted, "Send the Rollie." Durant is high on Curry's assist total, too, from playing 208 games with the Warriors. Oklahoma City down 3 to New Orleans. Then Shai Gilgeous threw this up. And we're tied, a second left. How did New Orleans respond? This. Devontae Graham ball game from 61 feet, and the Pelicans won it 113 to 110. Santa, enjoy your downtime. You're on the clock in 9 days. He saw third-ranked Stanford women in white rout UC Davis. Had a jump finish this fast break. The Pinewood alum scored 17. Stanford won at 68-42. They are going to have to play better before they face 7th-ranked Tennessee on the road Saturday. Travis Hunter, number 2 overall high school recruit, is taking his talents to, you see that J on his cap? Stands for Jackson State. The defensive back lured by head coach Deion Sanders. Big deal? Sanders' recruiting pitch got Hunter to flip from Florida State. Hunter is the first ever 5-star recruit to join a football championship subdivision school. Irony? But what college does Sanders play for? Florida State. He said no to a big-time program for Deion Sanders. I wonder what his pitch was. See this Hall of Fame gold jacket? I could teach you to be a Hall of Fame cornerback. That might have worked. Might have been a good sales tactic.
That's a good pitch. Yeah. Hey, if you win an Emmy, do we all get Rolexes?
Ooh.
For the assist.
Got to talk
We
to Mama.
toss to you.
She controls the budget.
That's
Not
true.
me.
That's right. We'll talk to Mama Glenn.
That's
okay.
right.
Thanks, Vern.
Where was my camera today? Well, with Oakland Lincoln University basketball team at its media day. Brand new first-year program, all smiles here. But before my camera was rolling, head coach Gary Payton had run another killer practice. And the team is buying into this NBA Hall of Famer's vision.
We do a lot of running and a lot of extra work after practice and a lot of extra work on off days. So we don't really have too many off days. I give them one day Sunday. They can go to church, watch the football, but they got to be ready on Monday. I give them one recovery day. That's it.
I could have talked to him all afternoon. He's one of those guys that I could sit back and listen to read the phone book.
Yeah.
In fact, I got a short list. In fact, if you want to know who's on the list, might want to check my Twitter and Instagram soon after this newscast.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I will be
Thought-provoking,
checking that.
too.
He'd be so much fun to have as a coach.
Until he says, all right, Liz, get on the line. We're doing suicide.
Yeah, then maybe I'd be like,
In heels.
I don't know if I like you so much. All right, Vern, thanks.
This next young lady you're about to meet has been there and done that 3 times and has the bling to prove it. She's still winning awards, something we can all drink to.
And a lot separates Katie Ledecky from the field again.
Katie Ledecky, one of almost 500 American athletes across 37 sports that make up this U.S. Olympic team. But what happens, though, when the cheering stops?
This is our 2020, one of the few 2020s we have.
This is Natalie Hall. The swim world knows her as Natalie Coughlin.
This was the first Olympic trials in 21 years that I wasn't there, and so that was weird in and of itself.
Over 5,000 miles east of the Tokyo Games, in quiet St. Helena, one of the most decorated American Olympians, period, we found swimming around the tunnels of Honeycutt Wine Company, her 5th year as a vintner. With her business partner Shayna Harding here, she is taking a deep dive with her own label, Gadarian Wines.
Like many things in my life, I dive in head first without knowing what I'm doing, and I learn as I go. Yeah, so this goes really well with all sorts of seafood, anything fried. I know the differences of how a Chenin Blanc is made versus a Pinot Noir versus a Cab, so I've learned a lot, but by all means, I am still learning.
How was the transition from winning 12 Olympic medals to wife and mother of 2, from laps to labels?
The transition to civilian life, I guess, as a non-athlete, I will be an Olympian forever, but I'm not a competing Olympian. Right. It's one that you have to understand that you're going to retire as an athlete at some point, so you have to have an exit plan. This is our flagship wine, one that we're really, really happy with.
Does she miss it?
I don't miss stuff like Olympic trials and the pressure of the Olympic trials, because that is a lot. But I miss the camaraderie of my teammates. I miss the daily grind. A lot of people say how much they hate the training that goes into swimming, but I loved that. I loved the feeling of being sore. I loved the feeling of being like invincible. You know, like I felt so strong at all times. I don't miss getting into the cold water prior to the sun rising every morning, but I miss having my teammates and joking with them and all suffering together. That was just such a wonderful thing, that all suffer through it together and then work towards this common goal of Olympic gold.
The games again will go on without her, and without some household names of the sport. Add Ryan Lochte and Nathan Adrian to the list.
A lot of veterans didn't make it this time, which was heartbreaking for me because a lot of them were my teammates. But it shows that USA Swimming has a lot of talent, and I'm going to be cheering like crazy for them in Tokyo.
Smoke from the 2020 glass fire created a small wake, but leaves have returned. It will soon be harvest time for grapes, and clear waters are ahead for Natalie, her partner Shayna, and Gadarian Wines. Gadarian means to gather. Family gatherings, pour glass. Back with more Game Day in a jiffy.